Next up, at UFC 313, we have Amanda Lemos taking on Iasmin Lucindo. Amanda Lemos, 14-4 in her career. She's 3-2 in her last 5. She's coming off the grappling loss to Verna Jandiroba. She's taking on Iasmin Lucindo, 17-5 in her career, 4-1 in her last 5, and she is riding a 4-fight win streak. Amanda Lemos, Muay Thai striker. She's got fast hands, ton of power. For the most part, she does a pretty good job keeping these fights at that Muay Thai range and avoiding takedowns. She got plenty of power, good BJJ. She can lose scrambles, and she can lose in some transitions. She's been at the top of this division for a very long time. She's had some all-time performances, and that is reflected in her slate of competition and on her record. She's coming off that submission loss to Verna Jandiroba, where she only landed 2 strikes. She's taking on a young up-and-comer Iasmin Lucindo. She's a grappler. She uses her speed, her power. She clinches you, drags you to the ground. On the ground, she's got solid top pressure. She uses strikes to loosen you up, and then she'll transition to a submission. The striking is just okay. She essentially is like waiting for you to throw, and then she'll either counter or drop and go. Game plan is always get the fight to the ground, work from there. She's coming off that very close decision over Marina Rodriguez, where she really just gritted it out with a handful of well-timed takedowns. This fight's going to look one of 2 directions. Either it's going to look like when Amanda Lemos fought Mackenzie Dern, where she was defending takedowns and just made her look absolutely stupid, or when Amanda Lemos just fought Verna Jandiroba, where she gets taken down and has nothing to offer on the ground. My brain and my gut are telling me 2 completely different things. My brain is like, Amanda is proven. She's a proven entity. She has been here for a while. She's fought the best in the world. She went to hell and back in the title fight. Like, she has to be the side. Is that ice cream?
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Is that Andy's? You got a Dairy Queen delivered during this show? Sonic delivered. What a joke. I am going to lean Iasmin here. And before I do that, let me remind you that I picked Iasmin 5 days ago when she was a dog. And I actually don't like that she's now the favorite. It makes me just feel like she's the public dog that's going to sell, and now she's a favorite, and it's going to be like, of course, the 20-something-year-old, what is she, 23? Of course the 23-year-old lost to the old grizzled vet. Of course. I'm going to stick with it, though. I'm going to stay on that side. We just saw the grappling holes in Lemos. Iasmin is tough. She's got a chin on her. I don't see her getting finished. And if she can have some grappling success, she can win this fight. Plus, Amanda might be in a situation now where that fall off is steep. Had an all-time title fight. You could have argued she won that fight. And then it's just a steep fall off from there. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I'm going, as we know, these are tough for me. Brazilian female versus Brazilian female. Both of these equally as attractive as the other. Obviously, we got Lucindo with those puffy-ass lips. Those things are fucking beautiful. But, you know, I just think it's going to be a youth thing here. Amanda Lemos definitely has the power, and, you know, seen Lucindo kind of react negatively to power before. But when that does happen, she instinctively can go to the wrestling, to the grappling. The worst case scenario here for Lucindo bettors is going to be Lemos stings her a little bit with the big power that Lemos will sit on. Lucindo instinctively goes to the grappling, where she isn't really like a dominant wrestler, doesn't have great, like a blast double or whatever, but she kind of will grab onto you and look for trips and stuff, and she is effective in that. But if she's in a situation where she's getting stung, instinctively wrestling, Lemos is going to be live for those guillotines, right? She's got very, very strong guillotines. She will jump on those front chokes. So I worry a little bit about that, but as a fight, I think Lucindo is probably going to have the activity, can go to the wrestling, the grappling, and if she gets on top in a half-guard position, I imagine Lemos probably isn't going to go anywhere. So Lucindo's just got that extra card, I would say, right? You don't have the cards, right? You have no cards, right? But with us, you could have the cards. I think Lucindo's got just that wrestling, just kind of that extra card that I don't think Lemos is going to have an answer for. So we'll see if she uses it, but she definitely is. Seems like she's improving.
Yeah, it should be a pretty fun fight, and I don't have a problem with it being on the main card. This does matter for the division. We're either going to build a young up-and-comer, or we're going to have a top 8 fighter in the world get another win under her belt, potentially work her way up to one last title fight. What?
Okay. This is I actually got this earlier, and I put it in the freezer, so it's a little bit frozen for a milkshake, but it is Oreo. And it is fucking good.
Okay. We actually went out to eat before we did the show, and Tiff is like, "Oh, should we get Andy's?" And I did.
I like how you said that. Like we should be surprised by like that. We actually ate before.
We don't go out to eat before. No, we went out to eat. We don't go out to eat during the week.
Surprise.
We don't go out to eat during the week. But anyway, I did not. The surprise is we went to Andy's, which is a phenomenal ice cream spot here, and I didn't get anything. Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, Angela always tries to pitch this. I don't really like sweet stuff.
No, I like sweets.
Yeah, I don't really like that type of stuff. I'm just kind of.
I didn't get it because I didn't want diarrhea on
I'm on the carnivore diet. Salami.
We want picks.com. Click become a member at the top. We got $7,700. We got $8,500 in the DraftKings
Did you
fantasy.
see that?
I did see.
I almost Kylie Jenner myself.
DraftKings fantasy pricing. If you do want to use the DraftKings fantasy tools, we have a full suite available for you right now, ready to go, and a whole bunch of other things. We want picks.com. Click become. It's 10. It is literally the same amount of money as that stupid fucking milkshake he's drinking, and it's for an entire month's worth of access.
Like a $3-4 milkshake.
Great. So at $10 a month, that's $2.50.
Sonic is an American-based company. They ain't got to pay the tariffs because they
We
care
want
about
picks.
American workers.
.com. We do have a $2 super chat from Spotted Salamander. I assume this is meant to be funny, but I'm going to answer it honestly. He says, "Is this the first trans fight in the UFC?" Not funny. Actually, especially these are attractive women. One of them. Fallon Fox.
I am
Here's a real fact.
Oh, I have a funny stat to it. Go ahead.
I have real facts for you. Fallon Fox actually was I'm saying was because she doesn't fight anymore, a trans fighter, a man who transitioned to a woman, fought women. And the first few fights of her career destroyed these women. Like, to the point Ronda Rousey was talking about, like, destroyed these women. Absolutely ruined them, breaking their eye sockets, their jaws. And then fought an actual skilled woman and got the shit kicked out of her. And that was the end of Fallon Fox. So, no, this is not the first trans fight. Jakey boy, what's your story?
I have some interesting news. It's going to be shocking to a lot of people. It's going to be heartbreaking to some. It's going to be there's going to be a lot of shock value here. And I just found this out recently. But I think legally, logistically, and for all intensive purposes, given to me by the U.S. government, I think I am recognized as a female.
Oh, that is yeah. That is true. Yeah, somebody said Ange is an ally. I am. Look at Jacob's license. Tell me I'm not an ally.
I, for some reason, ladies and gentlemen, especially my ladies out there, because I am apparently one of you now, for some reason, I just realized on my driver's license, and I sent a screenshot to Angela and everyone so he can confirm this. I'm not making this up. My license says I'm female. Sex. F. Not like a blurry M that looks like an F. It is literally sex, female. For whatever reason, on my driver's license, I am recognized as a fucking female. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't know.
Maybe that's not the gender box. Maybe that's how good you are at it. And you got an F.
I don't know. It's very shocking to me, but I mean, I did what anybody would do. I got in the car, I drove to the mall, and I bought a few dresses. I got a nice little, I bought a nice little cocktail dress that I wore Saturday night after the fights, and we're gonna try it out. Maybe this is my calling. So I'm not. I always say listen to the universe. So we'll try it out and see. A couple times a week what's going on, and maybe we enjoy it.
This is like when Shannon Sharp interviewed Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar's like, "We've all tried on women's clothes." And Shannon's like, no, we haven't. Like Oscar thought for sure people were going to be like, yeah,
I'm Ladyboy. I'm Ladyboy.